Too many tears, too many graves. How many lives we gotta lose before we change? Yeah. 16 million souls in the ground from the first war. Hey. 17 million more in the second war we fighting for. Hey. Soldiers on the front line, hearts full of fear. Civilians in the dark, praying bombs don't come near. Yeah. Cities turn to dust, homes turn to pain. Children crying out, but nobody hears their names. Mothers lost their sons, fathers never came back. All that's left is memories fading into black. We keep repeating his story while people bleed silently. How many lives will it take before we finally see? Please stop the war, we don't need it anymore. Too many hearts have been broken, too many dreams on the floor. We're all the same inside, why do we choose to divide? Please stop the war, let love be stronger this time. Hiroshima shadows burned into the ground. Nagasaki screams, but there was no sound. Europe in ruins, nothing left to save. Millions homeless, digging through the graves. Soldiers came home, but their minds stayed gone. PTSD, living on and on. Kids growing up without a mom or dad, trying to understand the world so bad. Broken hearts across the earth, was it really worth? Please stop the war, we don't need it anymore. Too many tears have been falling, too many lives we ignore. We're all human, can't you see? Why bring pain to humanity? Please stop the war, let's choose peace finally. Hey. They built the United Nations for peace, but the pain still echoes in the streets. Science grew, yeah, we got stronger, but why did it take killing each other? Yeah. Freedom came to many lands, yeah, but it was written in blood on our hands. Yeah. Now we talk about human rights after we destroyed so many lives. Yeah. Please stop the war, we can't take it anymore. No more bombs, no more cries, no more children saying goodbye. We can change, we can heal, make this broken world feel real. Please stop the war, let love be what we fight for. No more war.
Yeah. History written in pain. How many more lives before we change? $60 million souls never made it back home. First
First World War turned the earth into stone. Then came the second, even darker than before. 70 million gone, what we fighting for? Soldiers in the trenches, hearts filled with fear. Civilians praying bombs don't fall near. Cities turn to dust, families erased. Tears falling down on a broken human race. We keep losing what we can't replace. Too many names we can't erase. We're just scars across the world, broken hearts in every corner. Every child that lost a home, every life that ended sooner. Why do we keep doing this? Why does love turn into this? We're just scars across the world, still searching for a cure. Hiroshima burned, shadows on the ground. Nagasaki cried, but no one heard a sound. Europe in ruins, nothing left to keep. Millions with no home, nowhere left to sleep. Soldiers came back, but they're not the same. Fighting silent wars inside their brains. Children growing up without a guiding hand, trying to survive in the shattered land. Broken minds and empty homes, we created all this on our own. We're just scars across the world. Every tear tells a story, every loss, every pain, every broken piece of glory. Why do we divide and fight? Why can't we choose what's right? We're just scars across the world, still hoping for the light. They built the United Nations to bring peace, to stop the hate, to make it cease. New powers rose, new weapons too. Science grew, but at what cost do we move? Freedom came to lands once chained, but it was written in blood and pain. Human rights became the voice after we destroyed so many lives by choice. We're just scars across the world, but we can heal if we try. No more bombs, no more cries, no more children asking why. Let's choose love before it's gone, before another war goes on. We're just scars across the world, trying to hold on. No more war, no more pain. Love remains. Yeah, we've seen this story before. Do we really want to see it again? 60 million buried from the first mistake, 70 million more in the second we couldn't escape. History written in blood, tears on every page. Now we standing on the edge, full of fear and rage. Soldiers with no choice and to lose their lives. Civilians caught in the fire, just trying to survive. Cities turn to ashes, families disappear. Echoes of the past still ringing in our ears. We know the pain, we know the cost. Why walk again where we got lost? Before the world burns again, can we stop and just pretend that we still have time to heal before this all becomes too real? No more graves, no more cries, no more children asking why. Before the world burns again, let's not let it begin. Hiroshima shadow still stuck on the ground. Nagasaki voices that never made a sound. Euro left broken, nothing left to keep. Millions without homes, nowhere left to sleep. Soldiers came back, but their minds stayed trapped. silent wars they can never unwrap. Kids growing up with no one to guide, learning how to live with the pain inside. We've seen what hate can do. Why are we still walking into?
Before the world burns again, before we lose ourselves again. Too many hearts already gone, too many lives we did wrong. We can change, we can try, we don't have to say goodbye. Before the world burns again.
Let love be stronger than hate. They built the United Nations to stop the pain, to make sure we don't repeat this again. But power keeps rising, history repeats, and we're still hearing bombs in the streets. Science grew, jets, medicine, nuclear fire, but every step forward came through the fire. Freedom was born in broken lands, but written in laws across our hands. Human rights came after the fall, after we almost destroyed it all.
Before the world burns again, let's remember where we've been. All the tears, all the pain. We don't need to live again. No more war, no more lies, no more mothers saying goodbye. Before the world burns again,
Let this be the end. If we don't change, we lose everything.
We said never again, but the world's still bleeding. Why are we still fighting?
16 million souls in the first goodbye, and 80 million more in the second cry. History screaming, but we act deaf. Same road, different war, same day. Mother's still waiting at the broken door. Kids don't know what peace look like anymore. Cities turned up, names turned stone. A whole generation raised alone. They said fight for pride, they said fight for land. Nobody wins when you bury your friends. Uniform on, but the pain don't hide. Soldiers come back, but they dead inside. I hear the bombs in my dreams at night. See the fire, feel the silent cry. If love is real, then tell me why we keep teaching people how to die.
don't turn the sky into ashes again. Don't make the world lose its last few friends. We see this story, we know how it ends.
So why we walking that road again?
No more pain,
No more names carved in stone,
no more shame.
no more children left alone.
Here we go,
If we know the pain so well,
and we all
why we building other hell?
pain.
Hiroshima shadows burning the ground,
No more shame.
Nagasaki screams to echoing sound.
Here we go,
Science grew, but at what cost? Progress built on the lives we lost. Broken homes to broken minds, trauma living through space and time. No father's voice, no mother's hand, just what stories they don't understand. United Nations said we bring peace, but the guns outside never really cease. Power grew, but the hearts stay weak. We learn to destroy before we learn to speak. We built jets, we built fire, we built fear, we built wires, but we never learned how to heal. We never learned how to feel. Don't let the world burn down again. Don't let hate be the voice of man. We can stop before it begins, before we lose everything again. No more broken crown. Falling to the ground, girl. If peace is something we all need, then why we plant another seed? Yeah. If this is the third, will anyone be left to remember us? 16 million ghosts still whisper in the rain. World War scars never really went away. Mothers cried names that time can't erase. Black and white photos with a frozen face. And the fire came again, louder than before. World War II turned the whole world into war. 70 million dreams buried in the ground. Silence so heavy you can hear the sound. Children in the ruins, looking for a hand. Fathers never came back from a distant land. Soldiers came home, but their minds stayed gone. Fighting quiet battles long after the bomb. Don't start a fire we can't undo. We already lost too many troops. If love is gone, what do we choose? Another war. Hiroshima shadows burned into the street. Nagasaki silence where hearts used to beat. One flash of light, then a lifetime of pain. History screaming, don't do this again. Cities turn to dust, people turn to names. Written on walls, no one came to claim. Homeless souls walking through broken skies, trying to find hope and goodbye. After the war, power shifted like a game. New flags rising, but the tears stayed the same. United Nations said never again, but the world keeps dancing on the edge of the end. Don't start a fire we can't undo. We already lost too many troops. If love is gone, what do we choose? Another war where we don't lose. Hear the echoes, they still cry. Please don't let the future die. Please don't let the future die. We build new tech, we broke old hearts, we learned to heal. We tore apart, freedom came, better cars. How many lives are still lost? History isn't just numbers, it's people, just like us. Now we standing on the edge again. Same mistakes, different path. Same hate dressed in different lies. Same tears falling from new eyes. We got the power to rewrite fate, or press repeat and seal the date. If peace is fragile, let it be strong before another right becomes another wrong. Don't start a fire we can't undo. We already lost too many troops. If love is gone, what do we choose? Another war where we don't lose. Fun. Tell me, if we start again, who's gonna be left to remember?
16 million souls in the silence of the past. World War pain still echoing fast. Letters never sent, names carved in stone. People died young, never made it home. Then the sky fell down in the second wave. World War II turned the earth to a grave. 70 million hearts stopped beating in fear. Tell me why we still heading back there. Civilians crying while the sirens scream. Children waking up from a war in their dreams. Families broken, love torn apart. Bullets don't just kill, they shatter the heart. If tomorrow never comes, who'll cry? If the sky falls down, who survives? We keep building weapons, losing our soul. How many more lives before we lose control? Please don't stop what we can't repair. There's too much pain still in the air. Ashes in Hiroshima, shadows burning stone. Silence in Nagasaki, where life was overthrown. One flash of light, then everything gone. Tell me why history keeps moving wrong. Europe in ruins, streets full of dust. Dreams burn to smoke, hope turn to rust. Millions homeless with nowhere to go, carrying pain that the world won't show. Soldiers came back, but they lost their peace, fighting inside where the wars don't cease. No medals can heal what they feel inside, just silent tears they were taught to hide. If tomorrow never comes, who will cry? If the sky falls down, who survives? We keep building weapons, losing our soul. How many more lives before we lose control? Please don't stop what we can't repair. There's too much pain still in the air. We made new power, we made new fire. We reached new heights, but buried desire. Freedom came, but at a price. How many deaths make something right? We said never again. So why does it feel like again? After the war, new giants were born. The United States rose, the Soviet Union formed. Power divided, but tension remained. Different flags, but the fear stayed the same. The United Nations tried to protect peace, hoping one day all the fighting would cease. Human rights rising from darkest pain, but scars of the past still deeply remain. Science grew fast in the shadow of war, healing and hurting like never before. Now we stand where the past once fell. One wrong move and we're back in hell. If tomorrow never comes, who will cry? If the sky falls down, who survives? Don't let history repeat tonight. Don't trade the world for another fight. Please, don't let the future die. Tell me, if we start again, who's gonna be left to remember? Tell me, if we start again. Tell me, if we start again, who's gonna be left to remember? Tell me. 16 million souls in the silence of the past. 16 million souls in the silence of the past. Tell me, yeah. 16 million souls, if we start again. Tell me if we start again. Tell me, yeah, 16 million souls if we start again. 16 million souls if we start again. Tell me, yeah, 16 million souls, 16 million souls, 16 million souls if we start again. Tell me, yeah, 16 million souls, 16 million souls, 16 million souls if we start again. 16 million souls, 16 million souls. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me.
They said this would be the last war. So why does it feel like the first again? $16 million gone in the first cold storm. Names in the dirt where the poppies were born. Mothers still waiting by doors that won't open. Promises fade, but the pain stays unspoken. Then came a fire the world couldn't hold. Second war stories still painfully told. 70 million, maybe more we lost. Tell me what peace is worth that cause. Not just soldiers with guns in their hands, but children and dreams buried under the land. Cities erased like they never existed. Humanity broke, but nobody fixed it. We're standing on ghosts we never buried, crying for peace, but still we carry all of the hate, all of the scars, building new bombs, aiming at hearts. If we start again, who will remain? Only the echoes, only the pain. Ash fell like snow in Hiroshima. Shadows stay where life had been. One flash turned the sky to white. The silence louder than any fight. In Nagasaki, the same dark song. Innocent lives erased so wrong. No warning, no time to say goodbye. Just history written in the burning sky. Across the world, Europe cried. Broken streets where hope had died. Millions walking with nowhere to go, carrying grief they don't even show. We're standing on ghosts we never buried, crying for peace, but still we carry all of the hate, all of the scars, building new bombs, aiming at hearts. If we start again, who will remain? Only the echoes, only the pain. They came back breathing, but not alive. Fighting the war they kept inside. No one sees what their minds became. Smiling faces, hiding pain. Children grew up with empty names. No father's voice, no one to blame.
Power rose from the ashes of war. The United States stood tall, wanting more. The Soviet Union answered with equal might. Two shadows growing, ready to fight. The United Nations tried to hold the line. Never again became the sign. Human rights written from tears and loss, but peace still walks on the fragile cross. Science grew in the darkest times, healing wounds but creating crimes. Now we hold what we don't understand, the power to end us by our own hand. But standing on ghosts we never buried, hearts so heavy, so weary.
They said this would be the last war. So why does it feel like the first again?